I just want to come on here, post a YouTube video, post a video period. I just got done working out and everything, and today when I woke up, I wanted to, kind of sit with myself. Well, let me back up. I declared that today would be where I really start getting on the ball, really start focusing, aligning myself and everything, and not just preaching it to the collective. I wanted to practice what I preach in my readings and things of that nature, because I feel like those messages are also for me as well, which is why I channeled them so well. So, but today I woke up, for those that don't really know, I'm a very big Juice WRLD and XXXTENTACION fan. But not just of their music, of the type of people that they were when they were alive, of the both of them had an influence on me. Both of them, they they um they helped me in my life, especially Juice WRLD. I started listening to Juice WRLD before I started listening to X, but once both of them became a part of my life as far as what I was listening to and everything, they really did help. Of course, everybody, well, if you don't know me, I did try to, take myself out of here before, if you know what I mean. I did try to exit this earth, and, they helped me through that as they have helped millions of people through that. So, I watched Juice WRLD's documentary before. I think in December was the first time I watched his documentary, and then I just recently today watched X's documentary. But I just wanted to get on here. Like I said, I just got done working out, so I'm about to go take a shower and everything. But goals and dreams, the mind, the soul, it's not linear. I want to start off by saying that, like, this journey with self, this journey with things that you want to do in this life, this shit's not linear. It's not a straight path to anywhere when it comes to desires and enlightenment and spirituality, goals and dreams, whatever you want to manifest in this life. There's no linear path. No such thing as a linear path when it comes to those things, especially in this realm. So, I think that's important to keep in mind. I think it's very important to understand that though you might have like a idea of where you want to go, and though you might have an idea of who you want to become, the journey to get there will not be something where it's like step by step. Okay, once I go here, I'm gonna go here. Once I go here, then I go here, then I go here. Like it's very much full of experiences that will evolve and change you as you fully become who you want to become, or fully attain the things that you want to attain. So I want people to understand that, as cliche as it sounds, there are going to be ups and downs, but more so, there are going to be ebbs and flows. There are going to be, stagnation and progression. Like, all of it goes hand in hand. All polarities, all the duality of your journey for anything that you desire, or anything that you want to become, all of it goes hand in hand. So you cannot have progress without having stagnation. You cannot have obstacles without having, straight flow, if that makes sense. So, I mean, it's always going to be, all of this teaches you, all of this is molding you, all of this is meant to give you exactly what you say that you want, or meant to, help you get to where you say you want to get to, whether it's internal or external. So just keep that in mind. That's all I wanted to really get on here and say. Cause I'm usually one that is very hard on myself. That's why I get depressed and down on myself too, because I won't spare myself. I know and don't know what I'm capable of, and what I mean by that is I see my own potential. I know who I am. I know what I can accomplish. But have I accomplished anything worth accomplishing? Do I have any evidence where I can say I trust myself in making it in life or anything like that? Not really. I haven't done anything in my life or created anything in my life where I can say as tangible evidence, I can say, because I've done this, I know that I can get here. Like, I haven't even taken certain steps yet, and these are my first baby steps. And like I said, I'm 28 years old, so I'm just not figuring out who I am. I'm just not figuring out what I like, what I don't like, who I truly am. I'm just now shedding the skin of falseness and false identities, because knowing those identities were nothing but ego trying to protect me. Like I said, I'm just not being myself. So it's just, there's progress that's gonna come with this. There's definitely success that's gonna come with this. Like I said, I just gotta keep going. But today is the day, and today is my beginning, my start. Really, the beginning started before this, but documented. This is my beginning, documented on what I still don't know what today is. These days blend together so much. I think it's like, what's today? I think it's February 10th today, 2025. So this is just a documented thing saying this is my beginning. This is where I want to go. This is what I'm going to do. And I've talked about what I'm going to do so much and not completed the things that I said I was going to do. So instead of being like, oh, I'm just going to be silent and do, like, no, I want people to hear what I'm going to do. I want people to have insight on the process as I grow. So I still am going to very much talk about what I'm going to do, but the only difference is I'm going to actually do. As easy and as obvious as that sounds, I mean, that's what I should have been doing before, yes, but, we're here. I'm not going to dwell on the past anymore. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, well, when I stepped out on my own, when I did try to do things on my own, when I did try to manifest things, it failed, or this happened to me and it traumatized me. Not that I don't care anymore, is that it holds no power over me anymore. There's no reason why I should be afraid to go live out on my own and step out of my mother's house and be a man because of what happened to me 15 through 21 years old. Yes, it still is a very significant that happened to me. I'm not a victim, number one. But yes, things still happen to me, and I went through a lot of experiences, but those things were to mold me, not to make me live in fear for the rest of my life and never accomplish what I need to accomplish. There's somebody out there that needs me to become what I desire myself to become. Somebody's out there. There's somebody out there who's afraid of being themselves. There's somebody out there who's afraid of breaking out of the shell because of the backlash that they're going to get from it, whether it be from their family, their own friends, or whether it be from the people outside of them, the internet, all of that, because it's both easier and harder to be yourself now in today's age. It's easier to just, put yourself out there and be yourself, and, eventually you will attract the audience that you want to attract and attract your tribe, so to speak. But it's also harder because now people will, try to bring you down on the internet, try to talk their shit on the internet, even though they're miserable, even though they're typing this shit and all of that. Like, transmute that energy and turn it into something where it fuels you. It's like, okay, you want to talk shit? I'm going to be myself even more because it gets you talking shit. You spent this much time out of your day to say whatever bullshit about me, and thank you for that energy. I'm going to siphon that energy. I'm going to feed off of you. I'm going to drain you and feed my soul with that as I transmute it into light, as I transmute the darkness into something more, as I make the darkness work for me. So, but that's all I wanted to get on here and say. Like, this is a start. This is a very, very much a start. As you see me grow, as I continue on here talking more, as I make more videos with tarot, with talking points, with vlogging and myself, you know, it's just, I want people, my overall message to people is be yourself. My overall message is to do what the fuck you want to do. My overall message is learn how to turn being yourself into art or into something that benefits others and helps others in their life. I don't have, like I said, I had dreams and goals of being a professional fighter. I had dreams and goals of being on the big stage as a fighter and everything, in the UFC or a professional boxer or whatever the case may be. I didn't really care about it that much. I wanted to do that because growing up, I was always talked about by family, talked down upon. I was always bullied at school, and until I started fighting motherfuckers, and then I started getting respect because people knew that he will fight you. He can fucking fight. So that was something that I piggybacked off of. It was like, okay, people respect me, people love me, people like me because I can fight. The more I started riding that, the more and more I started understanding that I don't really want to be a professional fighter. I just did this shit for protection. I did this shit as a false identity so that people would leave me the fuck alone, or so that people would respect and like me. And I don't give a fuck. The real me still will fight you. I still love to fight. Fighting is like never gonna go away from me. But people don't fight no more. Not outside the ring. People don't fight anymore. People don't fight to settle their differences anymore. People don't fight to settle problems anymore. So, you know, it was just, it's not needed anymore. I still very much will train because I still want to be able to protect myself and still want to be able to protect my loved ones and things. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. That's another conversation. But I'm no longer that person anymore. So it's like, who am I now? I'm a very creative person. I'm a very expressive person. I'm a very emotional person. I'm a very intense person. I'm a very down to earth person. I'm a very touchy-feely type of person when it comes to, you know, emotions in the internal. So I like to feel life. I don't want to just live life. I don't want to just exist. I like to feel life experiences and things of that nature. So, and I know what I want to do. I want to create through photography, modeling, through spirituality and tarot, through just talking on here and speaking my mind, through tattoos and things, through fashion. I want to create and make people feel like you can truly be yourself, and yourself is enough. Just being yourself is enough. If it's not enough for certain people, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. There's no other way around that. I'm not about to try to be accepted. That's why I didn't want to become a professional fighter anymore either, because I have to, if I sign a contract for the UFC, or if I sign a contract for one championship or anything like that, any MMA organization, there's certain restrictions that come with that. I don't want no restrictions on me being myself. If I wanted to fight maybe one time a year, there's something in that contract that says I have to fight a number of times a year. Or if I wanted to fight and then this year and then not fight for the next 3 years, my contract wouldn't allow me to do that. Like I wanted freedom. That's just a shallow way of thinking about it, but I wanted freedom in expressing myself. I wanted freedom in being myself, being multiple versions of myself. I can't be put in a box. So once I learned that I need to stop putting myself in a box, I learned that I need to stop letting others put me in a box. And that's with everything that I do. So, I mean, if anything, I want to be able to express myself in multiple lanes, multiple avenues, multiple pathways. So Give yourself the freedom that you desire to have. Like, only you can free yourself. And once you understand that, once you understand, like, okay, I can do anything that I want to do no matter what. I don't have to stay in this lane. I don't have to be this. I don't have to be this version of myself forever. X said it best. The purpose of humanity is to evolve. Evolution and creation. Those are your two purposes that everybody has. Create and evolve. And I would not be being myself if I didn't create or evolve. If you knew who I was in high school, you don't know me now. If you knew who I was 2 years ago, you don't know me now. If you knew who I was last year and we're not still in touch, I guarantee you don't know me now. And that was hard for a lot of people around me to accept. My family doesn't have a choice. Not that they wouldn't accept me anyway, but they're kind of like, they've seen me evolve so many times and change identities and change trajectory in life so many times. At this point, they're used to it. I have a very close person that I'm very close to, a woman. She has seen me evolve since she met me. So she kind of taught me that you can be free in being yourself. She's the one that allowed me to be myself because she accepted every version of me that came about, whether it was a false identity or whether it was truly a part of me, which I don't feel like necessarily I had false identities. I feel like I was expressing in those times certain parts of myself, and I put a face on it and made it an identity, but it was never a separate thing, if that makes sense. None of this is separate. I'm still very much those old identities that I was, but I've evolved. So, I mean, the best example I can give to those who might have a hard time understanding, if you know who XXXTENTACION is, you see how he went from, a certain version of himself when he first came on the scene to who he was before he died, before he transitioned. So, you evolve. You're supposed to evolve. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to have different versions of yourself and everything. So, I feel like I'm just evolving more into myself. You see the painted nails. You see the tattoos. I'm big on fitness. Like, eventually my fashion will reflect who I am as far as the all black and the gothic and alternative type of dress. My hair is going to change. I'm just growing my hair out right now. I love growing my hair out from a mohawk, but eventually that's going to change. I'm gonna cut it into a certain style and braid it up. But it's just evolution. Sometimes you go back to certain versions of yourself. Sometimes you move forward into new versions of yourself. But the overall goal is to evolve and create and express yourself. Express your essence, your true essence, not one that's being influenced by the external world. This is my true essence. This is who I truly am. So, I just hope somebody was able to get something out of this video. To those that I've hurt in my past by not being my true self, or because I was lost in who I was, I do not apologize necessarily, but I ask only for your forgiveness. And if you cannot forgive me, that's okay too. Certain things had to happen in order for me to learn. Though you might look at it as I made victims out of a lot of other people, they needed that version of me to happen to them. And that doesn't bring me no comfort or anything like that. But things happen for a reason. There's no coincidences. Things happen for a reason. So, but I say all that to say, be yourself. Let evolution happen of self, and create from your essence as much as you possibly can.